Hello and welcome to Dateline Lagos on Channels Television. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. On the program, Governor Sanwo-Olu launches 300 first and last mile buses, and state ministries give account of Governor Sanwo-Olu's administration. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has unveiled a new transport scheme, the first and last mile buses that will replace commercial motorcycles and tricycles in communities. Let's now take a look on how it all went down.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration is working towards reforming the face of the transportation system in Lagos State. Last year, the state government launched Terminal 2 of the Oshodi bus interchange, a major link for residents who commute in and out of Alimosho, Egbeda, Ijayi, Iyanopaja, and Oshodi. Aside from the Oshodi-Abule-Egbe route, the BRT buses ply other areas such as Ikeja, Beja, and as ease cash transaction between passengers and bus operators. Although the buses are still limited, that's the reason the state government is rolling out mini buses, the first and last mile scheme that will replace the motorcycles and tricycles. The mini bus initiative has become necessary to curb crime, and Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu is here to get the wheel moving with 300 FML buses that will ease transportation and help achieve the mega city dream.
So this is our carry card.
The Transportation Master Plan is at the heart of this administration, as reflected in the team's agenda. Those in charge of the sector explain how the initiative will be the game changer.
In line with the Transport Sector Reform Law 2018, the Lagos State Government, through the Ministry of Transportation and LAMATA, has put in place various measures aimed at readjusting our transportation strategies to accommodate the first and last mile transportation system, which is all-inclusive, safe, convenient, affordable, accessible, and in line with global practice. The first and last mile bus scheme is therefore a part of our overall transport system that is meant to give Lagosians living in the hinterland relief in accessing the main transport corridors through a safe means. The first and last mile bus scheme will sure make the whole passenger transport chain as seamless, fast, and comfortable as possible.
The Bus Reform Initiative is a plan by government to ensure that over time, our public transportation system will be moved from an unregulated framework to a regulated framework. The implementation of the FLM bus scheme followed the restriction of operations of tricycles and motorcycles in 6 local government areas and 9 local council development areas. And to this end, our starting point encompasses these areas. So the implementation of the FLM, we have, in carrying out this implementation, we followed painstaking steps. We have involved key stakeholders. We have involved the National NURTW, National Road Union of Road Transport Workers, the RECHIAN, local government heads, and community leaders. We've had sensitization in 3 main areas of Lagos, and to ensure that everybody understands what this scheme is all about. And for ease of operation, what we have done is to divide Lagos into 8 zones. Namely, Zone 1 is Ikeja and Ketu. Zone 2 is Oshodi, Moshi, and Surulere. Zone 3 is Berga, Yaba, and Oyingbo. Zone 4 is Lagos Island, Aja, and Ibejuleki. Zone 5 is Iyanopaja and Agege. Zone 6, Mile 2, Iyanoiba and Ajerome. Zone 7 is Ikorodu. And Zone 8 will be Ekwe and Badagry.
Please address this audience, Mr. Governor, sir.
For Governor Sanwo-Olu, the move is in response to the need to create more job opportunities while addressing the challenge of insecurity.
We launched the first and the last mile
which is a further fulfillment of one of the measures we promised as a solution to the security situation that we found ourselves, and as we did make mention at last week's town hall meeting. The goal is for the full implementation of a safer and more efficient alternative means of transportation that takes out the needs that it places on Okada, which the FLM buses will be speaking to. And we believe that this will reduce incidents of Okada-related robbery or crime that is committed. And so therefore, I want to reiterate our earlier pronouncement again on the restriction of Okada on the 6 local government and the LCDA. The reason is that the alternatives we are providing, we want it to go right into the communities. We want our citizens to have the opportunity to procure their cowrie card. We want our citizens to have the option and have the capability to understand how each and every of these last mile will work before we'll have the big stick, which is the total ban that we're talking about. And so I will be pulling that back and see how we respond within the next 1 to 2 months, how this intervention help our communities and our citizens at providing that needed alternative that we've talked about. We believe that this will ease the means of transportation and provide the needed alternative that our citizens are yearning for. We shall continue to enforce all the stipulations and the prohibitions of our road transport traffic laws, which include driving against one way, which we properly call one-way driving. Let me further highlight the fact that driving against traffic now attracts a 3-year jail term for repeated offenders. And for first-time offenders, you are liable to a 1-year jail term in addition to losing or forfeiting the vehicle permanently to the Lagos State government.
Another set of 100 high-capacity buses is also rolled out for standard routes.
We're handing over additional 100 high-capacity buses. When we mention that our initiative on the bus reform, our bus reform initiative, it's about ensuring that every mode of transportation on the road is fully implemented. We've talked about the high-capacity buses. We've talked about the medium capacity, and we've also promised you, the taxis that are also still coming. I'm excited because these high-capacity buses are domesticated. These are buses that have been coupled together locally. Our cowrie card, which we used this morning, it's a local experience. These were designed by Nigerians. This card and the software and everything that we're doing are by local young techpreneurs in our system that have designed the payment solution. So it will be an end-to-end thing. You're on our ferry service, you can use the touch card. You're on a big high-capacity vehicle, you can use the card. You are going on a mini first last mile, you can use the card to improve the transportation journey of our city. Thank you very much.
The first and last mile buses will ply 8 routes each with a distance of 3 to 4 kilometers with a seamless transaction between passengers and operators using the electronic payment system.